Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, July 27th, 2017. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice, not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here with our regular Thursday morning video. If you're familiar with Chart of the Day Cafe, you know that we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index. We use the Russell as a simple proxy for the markets overall, and for that we refer to the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, and we step back to take a look at it on a 5-year monthly time frame. So we've been keeping an eye on this wedge that's been shaping up on the Russell up here, kind of corralling price in a little bit, and it's worth noting that we are right at the top of our upper trend line. So I'm watching this area here because it's really held price in from the beginning of the year. Although price is expanding and moving higher, it needs to break out of this wedge at some point to really get going in establishing a solid direction. So I want to note that it's kissing the upper trend line that offered resistance in the past. So let's move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 1-year weekly. We can better see that wedge. So here's the same orange area of support and the same upper trend line here. And you can see that it offered resistance back in February and April. And here we are again up here. So I'm going to be paying particular attention to how the markets close in the next several days. But price action is showing strength. That's the weekly. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily chart is showing price up and over our blue line. We use the blue line as our guide, which is the 8-day EMA. As long as price is moving up and over the blue line on the Russell Index, we're adding new names to our watch list. So yesterday it struggled a bit right at our black line, and I haven't touched these lines. They don't move. So I want to see what happens today. That was a display of some weakness. Will the weakness continue and bring us in this way? Who knows? But with price trading up and over the blue line, we're adding another name to our watch list this morning. And so that new name we're going to add to our watch list this morning is MaxLinear Inc. Ticker symbol MXL, trades on the New York Stock Exchange. Before I get into the chart though, let me tell you a little bit more about the company. I'm sure a lot of you have never heard of it. They are in the telecom space, cellular communications. They were incorporated in 2003. They are a provider of integrated radio frequency, analog, and mixed signal semiconductor solutions for broadband communication applications. You know what, Chart of the Day Cafe? It is all about value, and MXL has an excellent, excellent value score. Second thing I look for is growth, and MXL has a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 26%. Third thing I look for is a dividend yield. It's not a must like value and growth, and in this case, unfortunately, it's not there. MXL does not pay a dividend, but I love the scores overall. I love the chart, so I am adding it to my watch list. So with that, let's get into the chart. We're looking at the 5-year monthly. First thing I want you to note is the beautiful uptrend on the 5-year chart, trending higher, and we're at an area that may offer some support. I like the volume that came in right around this area, so I'm going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 2-year weekly. We can better see how price is behaving. And there's our area, or my line of support resistance. It's sitting right there, coming up on earnings. With those scores in a continuing market that shows strength, I would think that MaxLinear is going to start to draw attention in this area, and that's what I'm going to be watching for. So there's the 2-year chart. Let's pull it into the 6-month daily. Sitting right at my area of support, my orange line. It's only an area, it's not a precise line, but I will be looking for MXL to move up and over this blue line, which we use as our guide, the 8-day EMA. When price moves up and over the blue, we are interested. When it trades below, we are not. So looking for MXL to show strength in the days ahead and move up and over our blue line. We will see. Along with our new watch list pick, we also like to look at the sector that it's in, and for that we're going over to IYZ, which is the ETF for the telecommunications sector. We're looking at the 5-year monthly chart. Overall uptrend on the 5-year, kind of traded sideways through this period of time, 2014, 15, halfway through 16, and then started to pick up, moving up and over our prior area of resistance, now support. Nice candle here. Again, these are the monthly candles. I like the candle shaping up so far for the month of July. So good looking sector, good looking chart with MXL. We also like to look at seasonality. For that, we go over to equityclock.com, a fantastic site. Highly recommend it. Couldn't find an individual seasonal chart for MXL, but here is the one for the industry. You can see that at the beginning, or the end of August, I should say, it comes into a period of seasonal strength that seems to last through the back half of the year. No guarantee that happens this year, but always good to know. We also like to go over to FinViz, take a look at analyst support for our watch list pick. Let me see if I can get that into my screen. We're looking at MXL. Let me go back down to the area where we can see analyst support. You can see that recently there's a lot of positive. Rarely do I see no like a red or a downgrade. All very positive. Some of them fairly recent, buy rated. So that's always good to see. Along with a series of great articles at the bottom of FinViz. I like to scooch through these. I'm going to include one of them with today's video. It is 4 small cap semiconductor stocks to buy now. MXL is one of them. Also worth noting, MXL is a Zack's #1 strong buy currently. So you can see we're looking at MXL, and there it is, strong buy, Zack's rank, always good to see as well. And so to summarize, let's go back and check the boxes. We started today's video with a look at the Russell Index, and we can see that overall the market is in an uptrend. However, worth noting, it's been trading sideways a little bit in that wedge, and we are now at the top of the channel in the wedge, hitting the blue or the dark black line. So we'll see if price can hold up here or will it get rejected. So overall price strength, but we want to be careful here. Sector IYZ is in an uptrend on the 5-year chart and showing strength on the monthly candle. MXL is in an uptrend on the 5-year chart and sitting in an area of possible support on the 2-year chart. It's got an excellent value score, really excellent. Great growth score with a forecasted earnings growth rate of 26%. Don't have this box checked because it does not pay a dividend. It does not have that 3 and 8 EMA daily cross that I look for as a trigger. Seasonality is coming soon. We've got that box checked. And we note on FinViz, it's got lots of analyst support along with its Zack's #1 strong buy. Current PE of 16.80, and it looks as though earnings are going to be on August 8th. As a reminder, these videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. I do my best to get them out prior to 9:30 a.m. If you like receiving them, please hit the red subscribe button on our YouTube homepage and become a regular subscriber. That way you get the videos right away. Also wanted to remind you, Starbucks, we featured that on Tuesday. I think they announced their earnings today. Might be worth checking out. That's another beautiful chart. With that, I'll say goodbye. Have a great weekend, and our next video goes out next Tuesday. Thanks for watching.